Ayun na nga mga tropa, welcome sa ating pangalawang araw on the second week of CFSPH Impact Summer 2025. Ako po si Ramon, kasama ko si Sneaky Frog. Kami ang magiging casters ninyo sa pinakaunang serye ng araw natin on Impact. Pero before ang lahat, gusto lang kamustahin ikaw, Sneaky. Kamusta ka naman pare?
Doing fine. Finally, the season is in full swing, pare. So, ayun nga, pretty ecstatic for more CF as of this week kasi we already had an action-packed week already, no? The week before dito, pare.
Ito nga eh. Ang dami nating nakita na even from Masters pa lang, parang na-layout na yung field na kung sino yung mga malalakas, kung sino yung mga kailangan mag-improve. At since second week pa lang eh, dito lang naglalay down yung groundwork kung ano yung mga na-work on yung mga teams nung nakaraang linggo. So I think it's also safe to say na lahat ng community natin na excited para sa kung ano yung mangyayari dito sa susunod nating mga events. Pero so far, I think it's also good na we look at kung ano yung naging overall overview ng buong tournament natin kasi Impact as a whole, it's a very, very exciting tournament lalo na sa mga teams na hindi nakakwalify sa Masters ngayon. Ang group stages na may 8 teams, single round robin, labanan in a best of 3 format kaya talagang do or die ang lahat ng mga kalaban nila dito habang ang pinaglalaban nila sa playoffs ay 4 teams, single elimination, pero mas duguan na best of 5 yon para sa napakalaking prize pool of $2,500.
Yeah, 700 for the first place, 38k rin yun, so it's not too bad of a bag na makukuha niyo kung mapanalo nyo nga. Itong first place, second place 500, third place 400, and so on and so forth. So, ayun nga, not just that, they're also fighting for a chance na makapasok dito sa ating CFS regional finals potentially. Pero medyo matagal-tagal pa naman yan, pare.
Oo nga eh. Medyo matagal-tagal pa. May time pa para ma-work through yung lahat ng kinks at saka yung lahat ng mga maging komportable mga teams natin habang tumatagal yung ating tournament. Tumatagal yung makikita natin kung sino yung mas mag-i-improve at malalaman kung sino ang mga susunod dito sa ating local scene ng Crossfire nga naman, 'di ba? So tingnan muna natin konti yung map pool and the next coming screen kasi feeling ko importante din to kasi may mga teams na komportable sa ilang mapa, yung iba akala nila komportable pero mas komportable pala yung kalaban nila. We have Subbase, Mexico 2 na I believe na hindi pa natin nakikita all throughout, Compound, Eagle Eye 2.0, Ankara, Black Widow, and Port. Ang dami na nating moments sa lahat ng maps na to, Sneaky eh. Pero what stands out to you so far?
So far, yeah, just like how I said, increased preference ka ng compound natin. I'm glad to see a lot more teams willing to invest in itong Eagle Eye 2.0 as it is a very fun map to play. Obviously, we've had very eventful na sub-base, especially dito sa Impact. So, looking forward for more of that, no? That's for sure.
Totoo. And especially sa kung gaano katagal pang magiging dominant na map ang sub-base sa mga Cebuano teams natin. Pero that's also a very big question up in the air na parang lagi nang sinasagot ng mga Cebuano teams natin all throughout. Compound, Eagle Eye 2.0, definitely maps that I really like to see na nakikita sa mga streams natin. Ankara being again one of the more popular map picks, which I gotta be honest, is probably gonna be one of the maps na paborito kong panoorin as a viewer, as a caster, na ang dami mga high-level teams na pinapick up ito katulad nga naman Ray 7, katulad nga naman ng Heroics back then as well. Pero tingnan malalaman natin yan pag nagtagal ang tournament ay baka may makikita tayong maganda mga performances from all the other teams in a lot of our map pools right now as we also show you yung mga participating teams natin all throughout the tournament as well. Very exciting teams, very exciting organizations. We have a Rise Gaming team, Sovereign, Heroics, Matt Jess, Reyes 7, Ermita, Sunday Shrooms, Vengeance at saka ang Xypher Pro team, pare.
Yeah, I mean, some of these teams, obviously, we've already heard yung kanilang praises coming in from last week, especially itong Mattes, Sunday Shrooms at R7, yung mga ibang teams natin in this list. Kailangan pang humabol ng onti, no, kagaya ng AGT and itong AL. So hopefully, we do see some action galing sa kanila dito kasi yun nga, that obviously yung top 4 teams natin within the standings are really hitting the ground running dito sa CFSPH Impact, pare.
Medyo smooth nga yung transition eh. Kasi as you're talking about the standings, we get to look at how the group stage has been for everybody sa Impact. Pero medyo konting green up soft ang mga tropa kasi hindi pa tapos kasi ang week 2. Malalaman natin yung buong standings pagkatapos ng ating broadcast day for today. Pero so far, Reyes 7, Armita, and Matches can stand tall as your top 2 2 na makikita nyo baka mag-improve lalo ang matches, lalo na't may laro sila today, as well as yung Vengeance na may opportunity din na makahabol, lalo na against matches na I believe will be that premier matchup mamaya. Pero siguro mamaya natin pag-usapan yun, di ba, Sneaky?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And it is a good matchup para nga dito sa matches and sa Vengeance, considering na this is probably, that's probably gonna be yung what's gonna keep, or at least what's gonna increase yung record dito ng Vengeance, possibly them entering itong top 2, maybe top 3. Para naman sa matches, no, they're chasing for that number 1 spot, pare. And I think they really need to end itong last series natin on a 2-0. But of course, we will shift focus dito sa Sunday Shrooms at Xypher Pro Team. Obviously, yung Xypher Pro Team, natalo sila 2-1 up against R7, pero granted, yung series na yun ay was closer than expected. Yung nga, natalo ng XPT. Ang R7 sa compound port was a map that was also very close, pero R7 nung mapa na yun was also doing some magic, no? Pagdating nga dito sa kanilang BL side. And nung Ankara, it wasn't really close. Pero para naman sa XPT, no, I don't expect them to, at least, I don't expect them na matatalo lang basta-basta dito sa series na to. For sure, they're gonna be fighting, man.
Totoo. I mean, what last week has proven to us na may slow start nga yung Xypher Pro Team, diba? Hindi sila yung super init na team. Napanalo nila yung game nila, yung first game sa Ray 7 on compound, which I gotta be honest, naging impressive yung showing nila, pero up until that point medyo nag-digress na yung kanilang naging performance, which it's okay kasi first day lang din naman, and wala tayong possible idea ng mga power level ng mga teams natin, although we already knew that Ray 7 and Meta are coming into this na mas malakas yung Xypher Pro Team. May positives pa rin naman as a team, right? So may opportunity sila makapag-improve in the standings. It's not looking too good kasi medyo kailangan pang humabol, pero week 2 pa lang naman diba? So may time pa para makapag-improve as a team tong Xypher Pro Team ngayon.
Yeah, I mean, plenty of weeks to practice and at least testings, no, pagdating dito sa officials. I think playoffs is still miles away, no? So para naman sa XPT, probably a mindset nila going into today. For sure, a win would be nice, pare, but I think yung improvement is what they really need to chase, as it's a good testing ground, especially kalaban nyo dito yung Sunday Shrooms, another very, very solid team coming in dito sa Impact. And it's a good gauge, no, kung anong level pa talaga ang nilalaro dito ng Xypher Pro Team. Can they fight against the top 4, or are they gonna crumble, no, up against yung mga stronger teams natin, just like itong SS, who are, they have their spots na nagkakaroon din sila ng bad moments itong SS, but then magaling yung recovery nila because of the players that are willing to make plays happen, kagaya nga ni Kid from Hell. So it's gonna be interesting to see kung paano i-handle to ng XPT, pare.
Oo, at wag natin kalimutan din si J. Kim na minsan naging late bloomer din, pero nung dumating dun sa port nag-iba talaga yung kanyang talim sa buong game na yun, where he was picking up a lot of multi-frags. Pagdating sa anchoring positions, napaka-init niya when he was using yung M4A1. Tamang wall bangs lamang, tamang hanap lang ng timings, at talagang hindi sila makapasok nung kinalaban nila. Yung kalaban nila nung first week, I believe it was against Heroics 2-1 sa panalo na yun. So a lot of things to be happy about dun sa roster nila. Mataas ang bubong kapag nasa form yung mga players. Pero ang masasabi ko nga ba dito is, will we see the same exact form, or makakita ba tayo ng mas mataas na consistency? Kasi 2-1, masasabi natin impressive yung panalo, pero masasabi man natin na mas gusto ba natin sana na 2-0 considering na Sunday Shroom siya?
Could be. Could be. I think 2-0 rin yung hinahabol ng Sunday Shrooms, in all honesty. So, not gonna be an easy task para dito sa Zipto. But it is up to the map, Vito, pare. Titignan natin what the maps are about in this series. I'm most likely gonna see Black Widow dito. Yep, just like how I said it, Black Widow first map. Port map number 2, which is very interesting. And I like yung ginawa ng SS dito, man. They're just like, yeah, nakita namin yung compound against R7 last week. We're not gonna let you play it.
Talo na din, diba? So, Sunday Shrooms on Black Widow, again, one of the maps na nasabi natin komportable sa lahat. Alam na ng mga tao kung paano laruin yung mga default dito. Pero sometimes kasi may mga opportunities kasi ng mga teams na pwede mag-integrate ng sort of innovation. Sometimes maglalagay ng mas maganda nga or mas maayos at mas simple na execution. Baka yung some Shrooms may mailalabas dito. I really liked yung performance ni Jacob at saka ni Kid from Hell in particular. This duo literally finding opportunities para makapasok sa site na mas maayos. I think Jeba is also somebody na kailangan din natin pag-usapan. Strong on the sniper, so on a map like Black Widow at saka Port, may napakalaking asset siya para sa team. Pero para sa Xypher Pro Team, meron din naman silang malalakas Si Hexa, napaka-flexible. Si Inverse, talaga masabi natin na malakas din as a sniper. May mga moments siya na maayos, lalo na dun sa game niya against Rhea 7. Pero sometimes we can't really predict yung magiging form ng team na yun And I kind of feel like it just comes down to that sort of execution at saka yung style na ilalabas nila ngayon sa broadcast natin.
Judging from yung map picks nila from last week, I think prioritize talaga ng XPT yung kanilang teamwork. Yun nga, nagkakaroon na moments where it kind of just breaks down, especially when it comes to those mid-fights. Pero at least meron tayong nakikita galing dito sa XPT na they're actively trying to play as a team, play together pa din natin tawagin. At yung kanilang timings are actually very, 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 very good para sa team nila. There's trades happening all over the place dito sa mapa. Wala silang sinasayang na oras basically. Nagkakaroon lang talaga ng problema where what if alam ng kalaban nyo kung paano pigilan yung push exactly how it is. Like even if it only takes one person, which also happened last week dun sa kanilang game. So they need to figure out yung tamang timpla siguro kung paano sila makakapasok ng sites kasi yun talaga yung pinakamalaking trouble nila man. They have good macro pero pagdating dun sa the whole actual site taking thing yung baka players natin that are in Impact, they are good enough to just hold it down and hindi sila magpapanic at all.
Totoo. At dahil nabigyan na natin yung mga opinions, sa tingin natin yung magiging keys ng panahon team, ilagay na natin yung predictions natin for today's broadcast. Now, it's Sunday Shrooms versus Xypher Pro Team, I think it's fair to say that Sunday Shrooms have an advantage here. So, I'm gonna make it 2-1. Kasi yung Xypher Pro Team, may chance naman sila at feeling ko ay hindi ito magiging madali para sa kanila. What about you, Sneaky?
Oh yeah, it's not gonna be easy para dito sa Xypher Pro Team. I'm gonna be a lot more paano ba sabihin to? A lot less positive siguro pagdating sa predictions ko pare. I'm gonna go Sunday Shrooms 2-0 in this series. I really feel like nung nawala yung compound siguro dito ng XPT, they don't really have anything to slow down yung team na to. But I'm willing to be surprised, I'm willing to be surprised para dito sa XPT.
Okay. So 2-0 para sa'yo, 2-1 para sa akin. Pareho nating sinasabi na manalo ang Sunday Shrooms. Pero Xypher Pro Team, for me, it feels like they will be a contender. So yun ang masabi nating predictions for today's games. Kung yun nga ba sa tingin nyo ang magiging predictions din yung mga viewers syempre pwede din kayo makisali sa amin. Sabihin nyo lang kung 2-1 o kaya 2-0 o sabihin nyo lang kung sino yung mga teams na sinusuportahan nyo. Lagyan nyo lang sa comments. Sure ako na ma-appreciate na ng mga players at saka ng mga teams natin. So talagang pasok lang tayo dito sa CFPH broadcast at sama-sama lang tayo makapasok dito sa ating first map of the day. At syempre Sneaky, I'm super excited kasi malalaman natin kung makakapag-improve nga ba ang Xypher Pro Team or kung makikip ba ng Sunday Shrooms ang momentum nila pagkatapos ng panalo nila on that first week.
And yeah, lot of supporters in the chat galing nga dito sa Sunday Shrooms XPT having their fair share of supporters as well. Yun nga, quick shoutout dito kay RKH from the RKH Discord, always supporting yung SS team. Really has no choice in the matter pare kasi he's homies with us. So yun nga, shout out to all the XPT supporters as well in the chat pare. It's very very nice to see a new-ish team also receiving support from the community. As we enter etong Black Widow, a Sunday Shrooms certified classic pare. And let's see how XPT handles this man.
Kung maka-expect ba ni Ram to, he does actually, si Hexa. Spotted, kaya kailangan niyang bumalik, At sa gandang sitwasyon, pare, hindi mo ma-fault yung Sunday Shrooms na kumuha ng gantong aggression, They kinda like to be the team na mag-set ng tempo at nagsimula na nga with J-Bice picking up first blood. That's the fellow sniper down. So talagang good pick na nga yun, pero kailangan din lang i-consider na sobrang low on HP na din itong si Ram.
Yeah, 4v5 sa start ng round. J-Bice, of course. Alam mo naman si J-Bice dito. He's also been rocking the sniper as of recent more often than some of these other players. And it has been working, pero yun lang. Kid from Hell gusto kong dumiretso dito sa short pero nakita siya ni Leo agad. And it is a 3v4. So, Sunday Shrooms starting to slowly choke out yung offense ng XPT sa loob ng base nila. Tignan mo naman yung map control. Bridge occupied, CP occupied, mid occupied, and the A site locked down by sniper dito ni Ram.
Parang wala ng entrance para sa Xypher Pro Team no? Tamang hintayin lamang, pero si Zern talagang tamang push na rin papunta dito kay Hexa. Naging 2v4 pa nga at because ina-attempt nilang i-push all the way from that ES. Binibigay nila yung sarili nila papunta dito sa Sunday Shrooms na at least may konting map control pa nga all the way from their default positions habang ang Xypher Pro Team is slowly walking up all the way to short, and Leo spots out tong si Ram, low 1 HP, kaya mabilis ang tap lamang papunta sa katawan. May time pa para mag-plant ng bomba pero may flashes kaya medyo madidelay yung paggawa ng objective dito, Sneaky.
Yep, window A occupied dito ni J-Bice. It's gonna go through. Di masyadong mapapawasan. Sorin with the sniper on the outside. J-Bice getting information para sa team na dito sa short. Pero si Zoren nahulog na rin. Not good news para sa Sunday Shrooms. Kailangan na mag-clutch dito ni Kim. Isa nasa triple box. Leo umangat na nga dito sa bintana. Nandito na sa kahon. Nade's gonna go through. Not gonna disturb too much. Pero wala ng flash. Wala ng nades dito si Kim. So it's all on the AK-47. Whether or not makikita niya at makukuha niya ang 1v2 na to. Crawling out to the site. Leo nasa baba pero hindi naspatan ni Kim. Turning around at the bad timing. 1-0 XPT. First round on the board para sa kanila dito. And a very nice 5k para kay Boss Leo dito, men.
Wow, ang ganda ng simula no? 5k for Leo, a slow crawl sa ES at kita mo no, nung nagsimula pa lang na pinatay nila si Ram, akala ko exit frag lang yun para sa kanila, pero hindi nagsama-sama lang yung XPT, lalat nung nag-ES sa isang lumapasok yung Sunday Shrooms, and eventually na-equalize nila yung numbers, napadali tuloy yung naging post-plant nila doon, at medyo nagmalas pa nga na naiwan si J. Kim, even though he was one of the clutch players nung last nilang game. Medyo naging overwhelming para sa kanya kasi medyo naghiwalay pa nga yung last two players ng Xypher Pro Team
Yeah, would be nice kung second contact dun si J-Bice instead of being the first one out dito sa window. I think naghahanap lang yata siya na slight information at nakot siya unfortunately. And I think they kind of overthought na, meron tayong numbers advantage. We can be a bit reckless dito sa 3v2 natin. So, would have been nice if yung short players actually went on to contact yung site itself first and then pwede nang maki-istorbo dito si Boss Gerald. Pero yun nga, back to the game. It's still the same mode hold para sa Sunday Shrooms. A lot more passive this time. No more forward pushes na nakita natin kanina. At most, it is gonna be Kid from Hell. At siya ay makukot dito. Yun lang. XPT holding on dito sa mapa natin.
Nag-iba yung ihip ng hangin na ngayon para sa Sunday Shrooms. Nag-slow down na yung tempo at hinahayaan na lang ang Xypher Pro Team na kumuha ng space para sa kanila. Si Hexa, masaspatan pa nga tong si Ram at mapapatay siya ng ganun-ganun lamang. 5v3, Sunday Shrooms sobrang low on HP. J-Bice and J-Kim, they played a passive game and they even triple up doon sa loob ng A-site habang kumuha na lang ng info kung saan manggagaling ang Xypher Pro Team habang meron pang presensya tong si Inverse. May tamang shot pa nga from the AWM pero still, fake lang yon para makapag-rotate ang Xypher Pro Team papunta sa kabilang side kung saan sobrang open ng B-side pero nakarotate na nga si J-Kim.
Yeah, B-side hit is about to go through. J-Kim cannot get the first shot in pero meron pa naman daw na nasa loob ng pinto. Zoren nakakuha lang ng isa pero na-tradean agad dito ni Hexa. At J-Bice na lang natitira. Boss Gerald, what can you do with a sniper? Granted, may dalawang low player dito pero low na rin siya as he does get taken down. Grabe, XPT. Impressive BL so far dito sa Black Widow natin, men.
And honestly, I kind of wanted to see a little bit more out of the poke and prod na ginagawa kanina ng site perp ng Sunday Shrooms, diba? Parang nakita mo from that first round pa lang, medyo perfect yung mga timings sa pag in and out nila para sa pressure. Pero sa second round, medyo nag-slow down na. Nagkaroon tuloy ng tempo ang XPT. May confidence na at medyo nakakuha pa ng mga early pickups nga nila dito, no? So sa triple push all the way from LA, you're kind of seeing a little bit more of that aggressiveness. May proactive na ulit yung Sunday Shrooms. Pero wala sila makuhang pick-off. The only thing that they have is a little bit of chip damage dito kay Ephraim pero baka okay lang yun sana sa kanila if they want to get a stable defense papunta dito sa may house B.
Yeah, Ram, J-Kim nasa loob ng B-house. See what they can do. XPT gearing up for a potential push. Papasok na dito and then as they push in, Ram nakakuha ng tatlo out of nowhere! Pero buhay pa na buhay dito si J-Kim, nakaalis pa kagaling dito sa B-House. C4 down, Kristan nasa labas at nahanap pa nga dito si Leo lurking with that sniper. Kristan, known entity inside of the B-House. Jakim taken down, nakuha na yung C4 pero tignan mo naman yung Sunday Shrooms surrounding the last player. Kristan spotted sa CB at ipupush na nga siya dito sa likod. Kid from Hell just getting information para sa baka ibang mga kakampi niya at mag-aantay rin sila. Nalalabas yung ulo ni Kristan. Kristan trying to go for the spray. Zoren gonna miss the spray actually pero si Boss Gerald na pala bahala doon as a 2-1 Sunday Shrooms finally on the board dito sa game natin.
I think yung problematic, diba? Pushing through a smoke sa House B, you never expect somebody na play on the close angle. Si Ram na nga, yung nakakuha ng triple at napadali pa nga yung trabaho niya considering sa sobrang lapit ng pag-entry ng Xypher Pro Team. So good start na, at least may run on the board. Balik ulit sa long A aggression na hinahayaan ni Kid from Hell na play around that smoke. Kristan daw gonna take that first blood. Si Ephraim makakuha pa nga ng palawa para sa Xypher Pro Team. At so sobrang aggressive ng Sunday Shrooms ay madalian lang silang na-punish dito.
Grabe, 3 players attempting to get a long control. J-Bice na pabalik na lang. Ephraim with some very nice shots on that M4. At papapaikot ulit yung XPT. They're keeping Sunday Shrooms guessing, no? Dito sa laruan natin. As we slowly enter itong A site. Wala na yung long presence now. All they can defend from is that window A at itong ilalim ng RS. Leo, first one to cross. Gusto niyang hanapin dito yung sniper pero si Kristan papasok agad sa window A pero J-Bice very nice recovery after a very surprising push. Problema nga lang, A site taken dito ng Zipto pero kailangan pa nila pumasok dito, men. Zip, XPT, still. Yun lang, J-Bice. I think they're playing maybe a bit too passive, men. Hindi sila willing na makipagsuntukan dito sa loob ng site. Ram, the only one left alive as he spots. Itong si Inverse. Inverse, he's just not gonna mind, pare. Tatakbo nila lang. What's the point of fighting if there's a timer on the board, pare?
So, mapasok pa rin siya. Maybe get some chip damage done. Nakuha pa nga yung isa, Ephraim spotted. Medyo low na HP, so baka may time pa pero wala na nga. 2 seconds. Lots of damage done, that's 2 kills papunta sa kanya, pero in the end it will be still yung Xypher Pro Team nakakuha pa rin ng panalo. So back to the reset, no? Parang after nilang po yung terrace rush, parang hindi nila kailangan i-commit yung pag-push nila all the way from LA. So you got the split push, you also got a bit more map control after those first 2 picks, and once na makuha ni Tristan tong si Zern, mas mapapadali yung split push nila dito once they want to get that mid-side for free.
Yeah. And I think hindi na willing kumuha ng long control itong Sunday Shrooms is probably bad spawn. Plus the fact na, kagaya ng sinabi ko sa start ng broadcast, man, XPT willing to play that team game para kumuha ng map control dito sa Black Widow at J-Bice with the sniper nasa loob ng smoke. We're waiting for anyone to turn the corner. Pero flash pa loob ng site. Good shot. Kali kay J-Bice. Kristan down. Pero papasok na ang lahat ng miyembro ng XPT. J-Bice, 20 HP na. Uha pa ka ng isa dito kay Inverse. Pero Leo, Ephraim, pumasok na pa loob ng site. Kid from Hell, Jakim na lang natitira. Short control not in the hands ng Sunday Shrooms. Jakim trying to save this round. Pero napakahirap. Flash na lang ang nasa kanyang kamay dito. Jakim, lalagpas ng smoke. Pero ipipick na lang siya dito ni Leo. He gets the final kill, 4-1 XPT. Very impressive map number 1, pare.
And sobrang surprising considering that a lot of these rounds are when Sunday Shrooms are the ones initiating yung paglapit. Sila yung mismong nagtatry ng mid-control pero agad-agad sila napapunish. Agad-agad sila nakakapag-expect ng long A push from them. Kaya nagkakaroon tayo ng mga early man count advantages na nag-swing in the favor of XPT tas napapadali tuloy yung pag-push nila all the way towards A. That's why you can kind of notice na si J-Bice trying to pull his leg up a little bit more sa performance na dito. He's been doing a really good job of being that anchor sniper na ina-expect natin sa kanya pero kakakulangan sila ngayon gawa ng sa sobrang aggressive na Xypher Pro Team ngayon eh.
Yeah, and I think na-realize rin yata ng XPT na hindi na willing na kumuha ng long itong Sunday Shroom. So most likely, it is a laid-back defense dito sa A site natin. As XPT just gonna wait for a bit dito sa kanilang base. Can't blame them honestly after what happened sa baka ibang grounds natin with Kid from Hell willing to push forward dito sa short. But it's just a game of inches dito sa Black Widow, pare. As Kid from Hell waiting for the trigger finger pero nahanap na naman sa dito ni Kristan as they go back And once again, they're gonna keep Sunday Shrooms guessing dito pare. Mapapahula talaga sila.
Yun yung improvement na hinahanap natin sa Xypher Pro team. Man. I think we saw yung slow tempo playstyle nila nung naglalaro sila against Rhea 7, especially on that compound map. We kind of noticed that they were playing yung parang slow tempo playstyle na 1-3-1 setup na mismong yung Rhea 7 yung nagiging parang masasabi kong impatient sa gantong nangyayari, no? And ginagawa nila ngayon sa Sunday Shrooms, sila pa nga yun ang papunish. Si Kid from Hell yung una at baka sumunod pa nga itong si J-Kim. So, flash coming through. Possibly could be the first one, pero J-Bison, J-Kim, the two hammers, able to get themselves 2 kills sa Xypher Pro team. Pasok na lang, pero napaka-narrow ng shot si J-Kim. Pumasok sa loob ng karayom si Ephraim. At least nakakuha ng entry onto the site, pero yun nga lang, Hexa he's gonna have to play that crossfire once the plants come through. Para dito sa Xypher Pro team, 2 versus 3. 30 seconds para makapag-plant. Pero J-Kim with another shot. 1v3 this time for Hexa. Pero mapapatay lang din siya ni Zern. The retake was perfect. And it was enough to get themselves a second round on the board.
Yeah, 4-2 on the board. Finally, another round para sa Sunday Shrooms. They're starting to catch yung ginagawa dito ni Inverse on that long position. And hindi lang yun. Better holds from the boys over at Sunday Shrooms. Maybe getting a bit more warmed up dito sa Black Widow map natin. As feeling ko meron na silang rough idea kung anong itsura ng default ng XPT, which is just to take long as a team. Kukunin na rin nila yung short. Maybe investigate dito sa B if you're also willing to open up yung option na yun. No? Pero Tristan, maghahanap ng isang player sa short. Hexa getting 1, Hexa getting 2. Leo, nakita na rin dito si Gerald. And ayun lang, Ram, the only one who can stop this long push. Meron pa naman dalawang tao papasok ng short. Ram, hindi siya makakabawas ng isa dito. J-Kim looking for an opportunity. Papapaikot dito sa window A. Good shot galing kay Ram. Leo, taken down. Meron pa namang low HP na player that is itong si Hexa. Kim tried to make his presence known just to distract any other player, pero tignan mo may paikot na. Hexa willing to play the risky. Inverse getting itong si J-Kim, pero si Ram mapapaakyat ng slope, and Inverse another good shot from him. 5-2 XPT. I mean, they're not gonna lose the lead before the half turns pare, so that's good news para sa kanila dito.
Mga good points sa post-plant. Yun yung problema sa Sunday Shrooms ngayon eh. So yung parang willingness para makapag-rotate all the way from the mid-side after the post-plant is something that they can play as an insurance policy. Habang ang Sunday Shrooms in that 2v3, napansin mo si Ram medyo in and out sa decision niya kung sasama ba siya dun sa may under o kaya i-wait na lang niya yung flank na dadating all the way from mid, pero naiisip na niyang wala ng time kaya hindi siya maka-decision ng ayos at na-overwhelm pa nga yung nag-iisang player all the way from A, which does leave him dead to rights in the 5-2 win right now for Xypher Pro team. So a really good start so far para sa kanilang blacklist, no? And now they also got themselves the ALA control. Hanap pa nga itong si J-Bice, pero si Kid from Hell, yung pinakaunang first blood natin all the way from that ES position. Leo gonna try to spot him out, and J-Bice never expected that at all. Kristen and Inverse also exploding out of Xypher Pro team, at si J-Kim na lang at sobrang layo ni Idol at makakuha pa siya ng dalawa at least to that 1v4. He started it at that, pero now it becomes a doable 1v2.
Low pa naman si Inverse dito. He has to take him down first. That Sniper is the biggest threat to this 1v2. Inverse missing the shot dito kay J-Kim. At si Kristan maghahanap rin. Kim! Can he get the ace clutch? Pero ma-deny naman ni Kristan. 6-2. Kristan on fire dito sa Black Widow as well as itong si Leo. As XPT, they enter the final round ng first half with a 4-point lead, potentially 5 pare. Pero J-Bice, titigil na lang si Hexa at the start of the game. So, titignan natin if XPT can handle ditong last round natin. And it feels like Sunday Shrooms are a bit tired of being down dito sa game.
Yeah, I mean, that proactiveness that was lost from them finally showing its true colors na ngayon. Long A push again from Kid from Hell, and then you also have that shot galing dito kay J-Bice. Magandang siwala na agad. Medyo nagiging late from that first half, pero better late than never nga naman ang naging motto para dito sa Sunday Shrooms, as they could potentially be campaigning for a 6-3 half. Pero nakita na natin tong sitwasyon kahit the first round pa lang, sneaky eh. 2 versus 4. Tapos sama-sama pa rin sila sa parehong extremities habang ang si Inverse na si Ephraim ay nakapasok na agad doon sa may RS. Zern gonna spot him out. Napatay pa nga si Inverse, si Ephraim na lang. Not really known to clutch all throughout, pero nasa-spot na siya agad ni J-Bice. That will be the third round na medyo na-expect na natin from Sunday Shrooms, pero sa overall half natin, expect ba natin na gantong magiging dominating ang BL ng Xypher Pro Team?
Yeah, I mean, Xypher doing a very, very nice job pagdating dito sa kanilang BL, but I may be a bit worried dito sa kanilang GR as this is how they fell in their last game. Pero Inverse, great start to the round. Kid from Hell nawalan na agad ng buhay sa start. LA control na punta nga dito sa SS but it costed them their entry fragger. So, Sunday Shrooms, medyo malayo-layo pa if ever they do want to get this round. Pero yun nga, XPT, that's a good start dito sa kanilang GR. If they can get a pick-off dito kay Kid from Hell, which is obviously a player no, na hindi talaga pwedeng painitin kung ikaw yung XPT dito.
Yun nga eh. At parang yun na nga yung naging storya eh, no? Para dito sa Black Widow nila. Parang sa tamang aggression ng Sunday Shrooms, na-expect na yun ng Xypher Pro Team. At yung style nila is always finding timing sa kung saan masyado ng aggressive yung mga kalaban nila. And that's where J-Bice has to step up. So kapag nakakuha siya ng misposition player na si Inverse, katulad dun sa example na yun madalian lang siyang makakuha ng advantage dito. So 4v4, Leo, it's my mid-door. Spot na agad tong si Ram, has to go back with a flash in hand. And that also prompts tong si Hexa to play around this ES angle kasi may nakita siyang catwalk player. There will be a 50-50 chance na baka pumasok siya dun sa may ES from that jump pa lang eh.
Ayun nga. Kristan, very nice angle. Leads the stairs. J-Bice, maybe daring to peek. Papasok nga dito ng A-side. Pero sino yung mas mabilis dito? It seems like Kristan is the answer. As bit of a action happening dito sa B-side. Mapapaikot na rin dito si Hexa to try and surround whoever is here. Pero si Kim pala yung makahanap dito kay Hexa instead. Ram with a good shot dito kay Kristan. Hold on. Wait a minute. Na-turn around pa nila ang round. A 3v4 turns into a 3v2 in an instant pare. J. Kim, good find dito kay Hexa. Ram with a good shot. Leo spotted sa loob ng RS at mapapatay pa nga siya. J. Kim nakatambay pa rin sa short. And 6-4 Sunday Shrooms. What we thought was a lost round para sa kanila dito, pare, they claw it right back.
Kailan ba natin may expect na mananalo nga ba yung mas lamang sa 4v2? Kasi parang pangatlong beses na silang nakapanalo sa ganyan. Yan nga lang, nasa kabilang side na yung nanalo dito. So Sunday Shrooms really needed an answer back sa Xypher Pro Team dito pa lang sa ating second half. And so far at least maganda yung simula as they walk into that 4-6 na sobrang lapit na sana. E mapapatay si Inverse ng ganong kabilis lamang. Still, may long A pressure coming through from Xypher Pro Team. You got so many people outside of House B. Doon sa Sunday Shrooms, J-Bice gonna get that first blood with the shot. Sobrang surprising yung naging head-to-head natin from the snipers no?
Yeah, very, very nice shots galing dito kay J-Bice and this is a very scary sentiment para dito sa XPT. Sunday Shrooms slowly heating up sa second half and just like how I said, this is what I was worried about para sa XPT. That second half, yung mga GR halves nila hasn't been too impressive and Ephraim is actually gonna fall down. A failed flash play galing sa XPT para kumuha ng bridge control at makakapasok na yung Sunday Shrooms. Meron pa silang presence sa mid and the cherry on top. Leo does get itong si Ram Kid from Hell and si Zoren getting to. Last one left alive is Hexa but he's a known entity pare. 6-5 Sunday Shrooms erasing whatever lead there was nung first half natin pare.
And any doubt that we had so far. So kung paano sila perform, J-Bice, what a shot! Papunta kay Inverse, kinailangan niya mag-rotate pataas doon sa may RS na hindi na-expect na agad na mapapatay lang siya. Kid from Hell, all the way from long A, but Kristan will get that lineup. Kristan will get that 4K! Sumabog sa LA! At nag-iisang si J. Kim para sa Sunday Shrooms. What a performance! And what an answer back from Xypher Pro Team na akala natin ay nagpa-falter at the finish line.
Yun lang. That was probably a massive overheat para sa Sunday Shrooms. Lining up perfectly para kay Kristan in that long positions. Body's laying dito sa terrace. At si J. Kim na lang natitira. Familiar sight para sa kanya dito to try and go for a 1v3 clutch. Pero iba naman na kanyang posisyon. Hiwalay yung mga players dito ng XPT. So there's an opportunity to probably get something. Pero mapapasnipe muna si J. Kim. I mean, he's not a stranger sa baril ng sniper. And speaking of, nakuha na nga si Kristan dito. Switches quickly back to the AK. Pero gusto niya ata makahanap muna ng player na gusto na mag-flank galing dito sa alley. Pero he has a decision to make, man. Like, is he actually gonna commit dito sa A site or is it gonna be, a full rotate pabalik ng B?
Well, considering din na hindi naman nagkakalayo masyado yung Xypher Pro team, no? At saka napakalapit lang nila sa pareho extremities sa map eh. Magiging maganda yung sagot sa kung ano man yung ibabato sa kanila ni JK. May time siya para mag-rotate, may time siya para i-commit yung long A angle. I think the rotate's also gonna be a possible choice for him kasi may time pa ba siya para doon? Maybe a mid-play possible to try to catch off guard yung short player natin. Pero with each dwindling second, mawawalan siya ng oras, mawawalan siya ng chance. At kaya kukomit na lang niya yung fight dito all the way from short. Pero si Ephraim ay expect na agad na doon manggagaling yung nag-iisa from Sunday Shrooms. So thanks to Kristan, naging 7-5 pa nga yung scoreline. So possible na pwede pa rin maklose out yung XPT na to. Pero medyo maaga pa para masabi to pare.
Sure. Very, very early to tell, no, pare. I mean, it's 5-7, honestly. Nakakahabol na yung Sunday Shrooms up until the disaster of that LA push. Hindi ko talaga alam pa kung paano nangyari yun, honestly, na every single one of them just lined up perfectly para kay Kristan to get the 4K going. And I don't know, I really feel like ang ganda na ng momentum nila pare, no? Ang ganda na ng momentum pataas na, hey guys, we're making a comeback dito sa Black Widow, then you get smacked in the face with reality, pare. Is that gonna affect yung momentum dito ng Sunday Shrooms? Probably, pero titignan natin if they can still get back into the game, no? Pero para naman sa XPT, I mean, if Inverse is getting spotted out, maybe it's time for the other players para i-pick up yung sniper. Wouldn't be surprised if a double sniper setup actually comes out para sa XPT. So, yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see kung ano yung decision nila para i-counter kung ano ginagawa ng Sunday Shrooms. Kasi ang ganda na ng idea nung round 1 pa lang. Nakuha na nila si Kid from Hell. And then, the rest of it just fell apart para sa kanila dito. It's just a clutch situation that happened. Pero I can see the vision para dito sa XPT, para dito sa kanilang defense.
And at the same time as well, nakikita mo din yung demons nila, no? Medyo na-haunt sila ng ghost na parang medyo nagiging inconsistent sila kapag tumatagal yung game, no? So, I think na-notice na yun ng Sunday Shrooms, and once they get the ball rolling, mas mahihirapan talaga yung may kalaban nila dito. I think it's a good time for J-Bice at saka J-Kim to actually rise to the occasion ngayon. And you're actually seeing a lot of good play as well for Zer, no? Being really good sa kanyang timing, so kung kailan siya ipaposition yung sarili niya. So, I wonder kung maapektuhan nga ba yung magiging pace ng Sunday Shrooms dito, lalo na dun sa may long A aggression na paulit-ulit nating sinasabi at nire-reference. Activated na din to si Kristan so I'm gonna be expecting him to do a lot more out of this one. Maybe, just maybe, the small chance that Jacob was able to clutch that out kind of gave them a small lint of inspiration. Mali mo na-motivate sila na baka sobrang lapit na yun makukuha pa sana nila yung round na yun. So, we'll have to wait and see since we are on a dead round so far. We're trying to fix things behind the scenes. So, medyo konting pasensya lang Crossfire community. Before anything else, before tayo pumasok sa game, shoutout muna tayo sa ating mga tropa dito. Ang dami ko nakikita mga regulars sa CFS, sa CF community na nanonood ng stream ngayon. Shoutout nga pala sa mga kaibigan ko as well na nanonood. Napakalaking support nga pala sa community at saka sa broadcast as a whole. Siki, ano ba? Ano ba yung nakaka-excite ngayon sa season? Kasi we're week 2 And medyo alam na natin kung sino yung malalakas pero same pa rin ba yung sentiment natin that this is gonna be the most competitive season of Crossfire yet?
Yeah, for sure, no? Parang similar sa nakikita natin sa Masters. I feel like all the teams have a chance to contend, no? To get possibly in the playoff spot. It's not just yung mga known teams natin. Obviously, we are seeing right now itong XPT competing against itong Sunday Shrooms. So, very, very exciting times para dito sa 2025 for Crossfire in the Philippines, pare. Quick shoutout as well dito kay Ma'am Jeline. Yun nga, number 1 fan dito ni Kim, and no one else is gonna be the number 1 fan. I'm telling you that much, pare. Pero yun nga, Sunday Shrooms, man. The big catch-up needed para sa kanila dito. I think especially para kay Kid from Hell, that he was not getting the exact same opportunities na nakikita niya from yung kanilang prior series. It's a lot less comfortable para sa kanya dito kasi it's a lot tighter of a defense na ginagawa ng XPT kumpara sa last team na kinalaban nila. So, let's see how they navigate through it, no? Kasi hindi naman sila strangers, no? Pagdating sa ganun na playstyle considering yung experience ng team na to, pare.
Naman no? Shoutout nga din pala kay Sir Friedrich na sabi niya, Ramo Frog in the house. That's a new one. Not gonna lie, actually. That's the first time I've ever heard something like that. Pero thank you so much sa suporta nyo sa Crossfire broadcast natin for today's video of Impact Summer. I'm pretty sure na naglalabasan na ng 100%, isang taong porsyentong lakas ang parehong teams natin, Xypher Pro Team at saka Sunday Shrooms. Update lang, it's 7-5 at nagpa-favor pa rin to sa XPT. Did you expect it to be like this? Kasi medyo nagugulat ako eh. Di ba ito yung bread and butter ng Sunday Shrooms, man? Ano ba yung parang naging secret sauce dito?
For sure. Pero I think yung I wouldn't say pinakamalaking weakness ng Sunday Shrooms, no. But I think one of their weak spots pagdating dito sa mapa ng Black Widow is yung kanilang pagka-overplay ng kanilang kamay. Dito nga, pagdating sa kanilang GR side, I think yung GR nila maybe a bit too aggressive, maybe not respecting siguro yung laruan dito ng XPT at first, and then they kind of peeled back. So feeling ko they couldn't get as much map control as they wanted, especially dito sa GR. That yung long A na hindi nila makuha because every single time na gusto mo kumuha ng long A, tatlo yung mga kalaban mo doon, and it's a team game pare, so it's kind of hard to do that on your own. Even if meron kami yung flash, there's still gonna be two players you have to deal with. So just really, really good positioning para sa XPT in all honesty, and para naman dito sa SS, just a lot less reckless play sana pare. I mean, I want to see some nades used, I want to see some flash used, especially galing dito sa rampa, possibly to get maybe some semblance of stage control dito sa mapa na to, pero titignan pa natin, man.
Yeah. And then, tapos na yung discussion natin kasi feeling ko ay init ng maglaro ang pareho nating koponan as we're back into the game, 5-7. Let's remind you guys, a 5-man stack sa LA para sa Sunday Shrooms. XPT are gonna be a little bit prepared for this. We have a double long setup na pwedeng may paglaban. Itong si Leo tsaka ni Kristan, flash ready. Ephraim also from the underpass. Pwede nang makapag-push, pwede nang paglabanan. Pero si Kid from Hell, entry on down. Looks like the reset was good enough for him. Nakakuha ng double kill. At si Inverse na lang ang natitira. Ang Xypher Pro Team ay nawadulas. Nabigla dito sa ating matchup. A 6-7. Sunday Shrooms, ganun kabilis lamang. Ganun natapos lang din.
Yeah, that's an El Clasico strat. Out of the timeout, pare. Let's just rush along and see what happens. And it happened very nice para dito sa Sunday Shrooms, pare. Isang puntos na lang yung pagitan ng dalawang teams natin. 3-man defense on that A side with one helping galing dito sa RS. Pero titignan pa natin, XPT. Actually, Kristan not looking at long at the right time. Kid from Hell, bawas na bawas. Ephraim will get itong si JDK. Pero si Kristan alam na alam dito sa triple. Zoran will get one. Pero Kristan na naman with another 2K. J-Bice trying to save whatever's left dito sa kanilang opensa. Ram, nakaakit na ka dito sa metal box. He will get spotted. J-Bice na lang natitira. Gamit na ka dyan sniper. Getting in first. Getting Hexa! Hold on, wait a minute. Magpapakitang gilas pa dito si Boss Gerald in this 1v1 up against Leo na naka M4. C4 is not in a bad spot and Leo has a decision to make. Babantayin niya ba yung C4? Iikutan niya ba dito si J-Bice?
Daming time at ang daming pwedeng paglaruan nitong si Leo. No? A lot of HP, a lot of util as well. At pinag-iisipan pa ni J-Bice kung lalapitan ba nga niya yung mismong bomba, pero baka si Leo pa kayo lumapit para sa kanya no? Ine-expect pa man ito? Hinihintay niya yung angulo. I think rinig niya yung mga footsteps. So in this 1v1, I think J-Bice has superior positioning. Pero still, time is on the side of Xypher Pro Team. Kaya hindi niya kailangan gumalaw. Dapat si J-Bice ang lalapit. Pero si J-Bice expected ang position ni Leo. Waiting for the perfect moment to strike. At naging 7-7 pa nga. Naka-equalize na ang Sunday Shrooms.
Grabe, naririnig ko na yung boses dito ni Boss Gerald. Sinasabi niya, sabi ko sa'yo, ako na bahala. Ako na bahala dito. And let's see if they can keep the ball rolling. Kid from Hell getting itong si Kristan. Ephraim right me up next dito sa menu. And it's a good spray galing kay Kid from Hell. At gusto niya tuloy-tuloy dito sa mid. Inverse around the corner. Scared for his life. No, napareload. Napareload si Kid from Hell. It was a very, very cool highlight up until that point. Inverse getting to J-Pice, getting Hexa in return. And another fast round para sa SS, men. They are slamming on the gas pedal, pare, at ayaw nilang pigilan.
Namin, talagang nag-iba na yung form ng Sunday Shrooms, Kid from Hell. Kind of a wacky highlight nung kumuha siya ng double kill tapos nag-reload siya biglaan pero mukhang walang panahon para pag-usapan. Nakapasok na agad at makapasok siya mamatay. It's a 1-for-1. Spotted na si Ephraim. Nade coming down. Jakim with another and it's all good. In the hook para kay Jakim. Sumabog sa loob ng B-site at nag-iisa na lang si Inverse. No sniper. Has to work through with this 1v2 na mukhang malapit na pang crossfire. Pero hindi pa naman nakaplant yung C4 so may time siya para makapag-play dito sa 1v2 natin. Pero still, J-By is with the arm shot. And I believe that is also a set point para sa Sunday Shrooms.
Grabe. I mean, J-By's statement, 8-0 and 2. As soon as we got back dito sa timeout natin, and they are gonna continue yung kanilang relentless na pace pagdating dito sa LA. J-By speaking around the corner, full confidence from the sniper ng Sunday Shrooms. Nades are gonna start to fly dito sa A-side. Inverse spotting si Kid from Hell, pero mapapabalik sila dito. Maybe just for a moment, up until na may mag-peak. Pero yeah, I mean, finally a full push thwarted, no? Para dito sa XPT, pare.
So ako, man, baka tapos nung dead round, parang nag-playback ng ×2. Yung mga rounds natin, ang bilis ng pagpasok ni Kid from Hell. Pero sa ganung sitwasyon, na-risky din siya makamatay ng ganung kabilisan. Si Leo, mahanap na din tong si J-Bias. Finally, some damage done yet again. 2 for nothing's coming through. And at least a little bit more of that confidence rising up para sa Xypher Pro team. Especially with the double arm setup that they have. Stationing dun si Leo at saka si Inverse on both extremities. Habang si Ram, si Jacob at saka si Zern on Sunday Shrooms are waiting for the perfect moment to strike down laban dito kay Ephraim.
Yeah, Ephraim in a good position para lang kumuha ng impormasyon dito. He just has to make sure that his head doesn't pop out at the wrong time. Zorin round the corner dito sa long. Pero Sunday Shrooms, tamang hold muna sila dito looking for anyone to overextend. Galing sa depensa ng XPT. Pero isang minuto na lang natitira dito. A-site could start raining down nades if ever they choose to do so. White peak galing kay Ram. Doesn't hit the first shot, pero alam ba nila na nandito si Ephraim? They probably know now, thanks to Zorin. Zorin in a very nice position. Ram nakita dito si Leo, pero Ephraim spotting out itong si Zorin. Ram in a 1v1, nakapistol lang siya dito. Sniper in his hand. Good shot galing kay Ram. It's a 3v2. Jakim gusto na tulungan ng kanyang teammate dito. Meron ng dalawang na manggagaling sa short. Jakim out of nowhere does get no one actually. Pero si Ram yung makakuha ng isa pa. Ram, can he make it something? And it seems like it's gonna turn into nothing, pare. 9-8, but a good effort either way.
Oh man, sobrang lapit, especially with how well they're able to bounce back in towards yung ace. At yung problema nga lang, they took a little bit of time para mapatay itong si Ephraim. And because of that, nakapag-respond din na agad yung iba pa mga players ng Xypher Pro team. The short player also able to actually take down yung mga pumapasok doon sa site. Pero still, that mid-play. And Tristan being the one to actually start off strong para hindi sila makapasok dun sa ES. Pero hayaan na lang silang pumasok doon. May depensa pa naman all the way from long A, pero I don't think this is a good timing for Leo, who actually gives up yung short angle natin, which will give an opportunity for Sunday Shrooms kung dun nga sila papasok.
Not a fan of that angle, honestly, para kay Leo. There is better spots to be in, pero Inverse spotted sa bridge. I don't think you should make your presence known kung nandito si Inverse. They're probably gonna chase him down dito sa bridge. Pero hindi, they still want to go for the short push. Leo seeing right through that smoke, pare. Nades flashes are gonna go through. Full stop push dito sa A-side. Ram, nakita na si Ephraim. Hindi na nila nakita si Ram na pumasok na agad sa loob ng site. 3K para kay SS Ram. Inverse na lang natitira. Not much you can do, brother. You have an M4 pero tatlo ang kalaban mo dito, pare. 1 minute and 12 and you are surrounded sa stage. Hands up, pare, as it is over. Sunday Shrooms mounting a comeback sa Black Widow. 10-8.
And the Black Widow of Sunday Shrooms continues to become their bread and butter. It took a while bago tayo dumali dito sa ating naging panalo, pero Xypher Pro team did not make it easy at all. They had to grind, or they had to make Sunday Shrooms grind for it. Kasi nung nagsimula tayo dito, nagkaroon pa nga ng streak sana yung Xypher Pro team bago pa man nagkaroon ng napagandang form yung mga riflers natin from Sunday Shrooms. And we gotta mention J-Bice as well. This guy, nung dumaloy tayo doon sa reset, he's hitting every single shot ever since the clutch niya round na yun.
For sure, hindi pa naman nagfi-freeze, hindi pa naman nagfi-freeze yung kamay dito ni Boss Gerald. Kayang-kaya pa ng buto-buto niya na lumaban dito sa Impact pare, that is for sure. And yun nga, he just took matters into his own hands after nga ng technical timeout natin dito pare. At the same time, very very impressive stuff galing dito kay J. Kim before the timeout actually turned, making sure na SS will hold on dito sa game natin. I also would love to compliment itong si Ram, no, as he did a very very nice job of supporting yung kanyang mga teammates as the entry has started. So ayun nga, maybe it is similar to a certain anime called One Piece pare. Some character named Monkey D. Luffy na may D yung kanyang pangalan. Similar siguro sa dugong Alde that is flowing through ito kay Ram. Maybe it's starting to activate slowly, no, as the game does go on, pare.
You know what? At the end of the day, at least nakuha natin kung sino yung clear burner natin. Pero we gotta mention as well the grind that we got there, right? So,
Please.
Xypher Pro Team, especially yung mga naging star moments sila dito. I like what I'm seeing from yung mga sniper players na lang si Inverse at saka si Leo. Very reliable pagdating doon sa mga long-range angles. Sa set up nila para sa kanila. Ephraim also very reliable on the anchoring positions as well. Di pa rin nakakalimutan yung 4K ni Kristan doon sa long A na mismong lumod ang lahat ng Sunday Shrooms by the end of it as well, right? So, masasabi natin may potential sana sila na gawin tong map pick nila, pero again, when it came down to the absolute brilliance sa mga entries ng Sunday Shrooms, mismong wala na nagawa masyado ang Xypher Pro Team other than to try to play around the retake, pero wala na silang numbers to play the retake to begin with, pare.
Yeah, for sure. I think yung maganda rin na ginawa dito ng Sunday Shrooms, which was their adaptation dito sa mga late rounds of them going short or more committing to more short pushes, no, considering na feeling ko na-recognize sila na medyo mahina siguro yung depensa ng XPT in that short position, and they exploited that dito sa, last 3 or 4 rounds na nakita natin in this game. So it's very very nice to see them adapting against itong XPT, but at the same time, you can't help but give compliments dito sa XPT pare, especially itong si Kristan, despite the comeback happening on screen. His team obviously probably losing their minds trying to get back into the game pare, pero steady pa rin yung kanyang aim. So, props to XPT Kristan pare. You have a very bright future ahead of you, man.
Yeah, and possibly good position para makapag-come back dito sa ating series kasi hindi pa naman tapos yung game natin as we're gonna flash yung highlights dito sa screen natin at any given moment kasi medyo maging mainit yun naging Black Widow natin para makalimutan as a whole yung surprising natin naging early game from Xypher Pro Team to what eventually became a comeback story para sa Sunday Shrooms. We kind of saw an uptick in performance, especially yung mga players natin katulad ng si J-Bice, katulad ng si Kid from Hell. Not the most reliable of starts para kay Kid from Hell in particular, pero we kind of knew him as a player that he don't want to warm up into. Pero once na nakapag-warm up na si pare, talagang umiinit yung mga entries at hada attempt na mas lumitinis every time na gumagawa siya ng attempt pare.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just like how I said, man, XPT, ganda ng first half nila dito on their BL side. And just like how I mentioned as well, medyo worried ako para sa kanilang second half because every time they lose dito sa kanilang laruan, it is on their subpar na GR, no? But it is big improvements dito sa kanilang GR side, which is pretty impressive na in a span of 5 or 6 or 4 days pare na ganito kalaki yung kanilang improvement on their defending side. But it's still Sunday Shrooms at the end of the day pare. Their offense relentless, their pace too much to handle pare. And XPT na nalunod lang sila dito sa Black Widow pare.
Talagang gagandang panoorin yung mga games kapag nag-start sa Black Widow. Lalo na yung mga teams very comfortable kapag naglalaro sila sa ganung mapa. I want to see a little bit more out of Xypher Pro Team ngayon, pero kind of had a good showcase sa kung ano yung capabilities ng mga players natin. Special shout out dito sa mga flexible players natin, si Hexa and itong si Leo, na I believe they weren't on the top of the scoreboard, but they also were doing really good on how well they're able to support his teammates nga naman. Sometimes you see itong si Leo actually doing pretty well on that sniper too, so it kind of influenced the speed of the rounds that honestly I think Sunday Shrooms are very dependent sa mga numbers advantages nila. So as we look into yung summaries natin pagkatapos ng mga highlights, I think it's a clear-cut story sa kung gaano ka-close yung naging game natin sa kung gaano nag-perform yung pareho natin kupunan
And taking a look at yung set summary natin dito pare, 2.10 KD, 1.17 kills per round para dito kay Boss J-Bice and J-Kim as well. Another good performance para sa kanya dito with a 1.64 KD, 1 kill per round, 0.44 headshots per kill. Could be higher, pero yung 15 AP at the end of the day, pero it's still a really good performance overall para sa dalawang players natin dito. But on the other side though, yun you gotta give compliments dito kay Inverse at kay Kristan. I mean, Kristan especially, 0.89 kills per round in a losing game is still pretty crazy, pare.
Medyo nice nga din yung headshots per kill niya no? So I think taas din ng magiging expectations natin sa parehong players natin from XPT. I wish I seen a lot more coming through from Hexa as well, pero hindi naman tayo magiging haters dito. We're gonna be supporters for our set MVP, si J-Bice, si Boss Gerald. Syempre, siya naman talaga yung main character natin para sa ating naging buong game. Napakainit when it came to the sniper. At nung panahon na kailangan niya mag-step up, hindi lang siya nag-step up. Talagang nag-stand up si Idol at pina-sit down na yung mga kalaban niya dito.
Grabe naman, Boss N9 smurfing in impact, pare. As, it's a good performance and I really like this version dito ni J-Bice na he can just take matters into his own hands because he really does trust his teammates a lot to do most of the heavy work, no? And he does like to sit back and, lead the team. Pero pag kailangan na nila ng Xypher, pag kailangan na nila ng sniper pare, naandyan naman si Boss J-Bice. So, very, very nice performance galing sa kanya dito. Very good display of mental fortitude galing sa kanya pare.
Yeah. And I think it's also going to be a theme coming into this game. So since mainit na si J-Bice, he will be very reliable pagdating dito sa ating magiging second map. And I don't know if this is going to be the same result as we're coming into this with a different mindset. Ngayon, ang Xypher Pro Team ang maglalaro sa map pick nila. I believe Port, if I'm not mistaken. So will this be a do or die situation para sa kanila? Or will it be a very complicated situation para sa Sunday Shrooms? Malalaman natin yan pagbalik ng break. Ang nga pala Sermon at saka ito si Sneaky, magbabalik ang Impact Summer. Hindi na kami makapaghintay after ng break, so talagang babalik na tayo agad dito sa set number 2 ng Xypher Pro Team laban sa Sunday Shrooms, kung saan ang Sunday Shrooms ang napanalo ng kanilang first set all the way from that Black Widow map na hindi ginawang madali ng Xypher Pro Team. So parang we're heading into that port map kung saan medyo magiging map pick nga ito ng Xypher Pro Team, and they did actually have a good bounce back doon pa lang sa kanilang naging game against Race 7. Not on this map, pero they did show that they're capable of very long games pare. So sa tingin mo ba, this is gonna be one of those affairs na matatapos agad ng Sunday Shrooms, or is this gonna be game number 3 on their hands mamaya?
Kind of depends on how this first half goes, no? Especially pagdating sa mapa ng Port where it is more skewed papunta nga dito sa GR side. I think if makakuha ng 3 at post 4 siguro itong XPT dito sa first half, maybe they can fight back pagdating nga nila dito sa kanilang depensa. Pero yun nga, no, knowing Sunday Shrooms, after what happened dito sa map number 1, they're not gonna let anything slip pagdating sa mapa ng Port. And Port is a very punishing map, no, para dito sa BL, especially pag magkakamali ka lang ng isang beses, all of a sudden 4 players are dead, then you are left in a unfortunate 1v3. So a lot more meticulous pa din nating tawagin dito ang BL side ng Port kumpara nga dito sa last map natin, men.
No. Pero teka lang pero medyo wait lang tayo sa pagiging seryoso. Ano lower thirds to pare? Makahahabol o makalalayo SS versus XPT?
I felt the struggle of you saying that, pare.
Oo nga, medyo weird nga now that I realize it. Pero yun nga ba yung magiging storya? Kung makahabol nga ba yung XPT, or will SS actually make it a little harder for them to actually catch up? Yun ba yung context nun, be? Sorry.
Ayun na, they changed it for you. Makababawi ba ang XPT sa set number 2 labang SS? They adjusted just for you, Ramon. Pero yun nga mo, for XPT naman, I really feel like they shouldn't be too down on their dumps after ng map number 1. I think it's still a good showing para sa kanila dito. They really just need to keep locked in para dito sa Port, in all honesty, pare. Kasi ayun nga, that BL side gonna be very punishing para sa kanila dito. It's a lot less space to work with. You have to fight tooth and nail para makakuha lang ng map control dito sa mapa na to. And from what I know dito sa SS, they're not gonna be willing to actually give itong CA for free, at least. And that's kind of where half the setups are happening para dito sa A side. para naman dito sa B, just a good old solid defense siguro. Sometimes you can go for something aggressive dito sa LB, but ayun nga, the map can kind of just play itself pag nasa depensa kayo dito, pare.
Huwag natin kalibutan din yung mga god box positionings, tapos minsan may lalaro dun sa glitch on top of the house as well, which actually is legal, tournament legal nga naman na nakikita natin all throughout. So yung mga setups na ganun something that whoever's gonna start on the BL side will have to expect. So if this is gonna be the case para dito, sa pareho natin kupunan malalaman natin yan pagdating dito sa mismong game. Looking at it now, it will be Blacklist side on Xypher Pro Team, and they're the type to play a little bit more slowly. Kaya ayun, expect na natin na medyo play around yung clock ito, at saka mas siguro sabihin natin tamang download time lamang pag nagtagal yung game. Pero yun nga ba talaga kasi yung playstyle? Kasi what I noticed from Xypher Pro Team, at least in this game in particular, is that they played the slow game, and once they got a little bit too comfortable with it, dun pa lang nagiging aggressive yung Sunday Shrooms, at dun pa lang sila nakakaroon ng advantages. I don't know if that's gonna be the perfect scenario or the perfect game plan coming into the sport map, considering that kapag nakakuha kayo ng first pick, must nag-mean a lot considering how well structured yung map na to when it comes to that GR side.
Oh yeah, for sure. May BL, feeling ko wala talagang choice yung XPT dito but to play slow. I think it's really gonna heavily rely on dito kay Inverse whether or not na makaka-perform siya dito sa Sniper, considering the Sniper is probably the most important gun in this entire map, para especially that is your entire defense dito sa A site unless may tutulong nga dito na Rifler. But most of the time, it is going to be the Sniper alone dito sa top A, holding against a whole lot of people trying to assault itong A site. Rest of yung Riflers are probably just gonna shift focus dito sa mid and or dito sa B site. So if magawa nga ng XPT na ma-take out itong si Gerald for like 2 or 3 or 4 rounds straight, then meron silang opportunity para gumawa dito sa mapa na to. But still, that's only one layer of the defense that you have to peel back, kasi ayun nga, yung mga mid players, as soon as they hear action in A, they're gonna rotate immediately dito, pare. So yeah, shots have to ring dito sa game natin, and I really feel like a lot rides on kay Kristan as well to hit the shots para dito sa XPT, kasi if he doesn't, then they're just gonna get eaten alive dito sa port map natin, pare.
Yeah, and I also remember then yung naging game ng XPT against Rhea 7. And now that pop-up, it really wasn't really strong defense from them. Kasi nung nag-start sila on their BL side, medyo natatapos sila agad ng Rhea 7. They ended 8-10 on that map in particular sa port. So siguro tinake nila yung linggo na yun para mapag-aralan yung pwedeng mapag-aralan at ma-improve pagdating dito sa ating susunod na set. So we're heading on into that port map. It will be XPT laban sa Sunday Shrooms. And Ray 7, last week, they were very aggressive sa lahat ng mga defenses nila. Iba na yung team na mga kalaban nila, pero medyo aggressive din ito. Kailangan ma-expect ito ng XPT, lalo na pag start sila on their BL side.
Let's see. XPT on their BL. Bit of a B presence actually happening. Instant setup for a B hit para sa XPT. I like what I'm seeing. Pero Nade's gonna go through Jakin na dito sa gilid. One tap dito kay Ephraim. Kristan in the corner. 1 HP siya agad. Jakim possibly can get the third. Kristan, probably say goodbye to your life, brother, as that is a nade flying at you. Inverse will get itong si Kid from Hell, but a good wallbang galing dito kay Zore. Nagkaubusan na nga dito sa B site. And J-Bice with the cherry on top dito sa kanilang defense on B. Tamang ikot lang. And this is what I was talking about, man. Magkamali ka lang ng isang beses dito sa BL, ubos agad ang buong team mo.
Nahirap sadya. Si Jakim komportable naman dito sa Godbox. And despite the flashes, mukhang mas naapektado pa nga yung flash papunta doon sa loob ng mga players on house. Kaya hindi naka-entry na mas maayos. 3 kills for Jakim, and everybody else able to dodge away from the threat, as well as it will be that split up towards the mid side ngayon.
Ooh.
Lots of presence made, and J-Bice also starting strong kay Inverse. This Sniper 1v1. J-Bice has always been getting the leg up so far.
Medyo crazy yung A setup dito ng Sunday Shrooms. Kid from Hell will get the kill dito sa CA player. He might jump back in, actually. Maghihingi lang siya ata siya ng flash. Galing dito kay J-Bice. Hexa spotted sa taas ng CA. Zoran spotted as well. Maybe a bit too aggressive dito sa may bridge. And meron pang dalawang players na nasa loob ng CA. Bumaba na sila. They're not gonna take A anymore after what has happened. But an interesting A setup yung ginawa dito na Sunday Shrooms. So, one sniper dito sa top A, one sniper actually pushing forward dito sa LA, and one player inside of that CA jump. Pero si Ram, second floor ng B house. Krista, nakita niya kanyang paa dito. Hexa gonna try to turn around. Hexa, first one down. Ram getting two! What a nice spray galing dito kay Ram. Kid from Hell. Nearby, Leo spotted. Headshot para dito kay J. Kim. Sunday Shrooms in their comfort zone pagdating sa mapa ng port.
Talaga nga naman, balik sa port at mukhang mahanap ng mahasik laban dito sa XPT. Sunday Shrooms really on their setups, finding an answer every time. J-By is gonna get himself that first blood yet again. Si Krista na na-shutdown na naman at hindi makahanap ng kahit anong sagot laban sa long A setup na talagang suportado ang sniper sa taas mismo. And Kid from Hell also willing to take the fight papunta doon. Mga players all the way from XPT. One shot, but Leo gonna get that first opening duel. But what a shot from Kid from Hell.
Ain't no way he actually got that kill. Na nanonood dun ang teammate. Right there, man. I mean, the crosshair was on point. Kid from Hell was just a bit too fast. And inverse spotted dito sa mid. Bawas agad. Zorin with the M4 wallbang as it is hurting them slowly. Leo getting itong si J-Kim, pero mas magiging careful yata dito ang mga players na nasa mid. Oh, Hexa spotted. BR. Hexa half HP. Ram with the flank. He wants to keep going. Leo try to climb up dito sa CA to get a better angle. Hexa will take down itong si J-Pies, pero Leo mahuhulog na rin. Hexa will get his second one on the board, pero tignan mo naman yung HP ng last player ng XPT. A single bullet and he is gone, pare.
Still, AK yung hawak niya. At may time pa siya para makuha yung bomb. Or maybe medyo optimistic lang masyado, Sneaky. Baka ako yun lang yung mahilig sa mga happy ending at the end of the day, diba? So, tamang kuha ng bomba. Maybe rotate pa doon sa may A since yun yung pinakamalapit sa kanya. Tapos ang layo pa ni Zern. So, 50-50 chance, 50-50 angle. Possibly, that'll play around this mid. Look at that movement! All the way towards that A site. Top talagang mukhang naging efficiency bossing natin si Zern. Kaya ang dami niyang time para makapag-post-plant, makapag-position sa kung saan niya gusto. Ano ba yung mga optimized post-plant positions na akin, Professor Sneaky?
Plant it on top of the box. Takbo ka ng LA and hope for the best. Kasi there's a lot of wooden boxes dito sa top A, and knowing na naka M4 dito si Zorin, it's not gonna be a fun time para kay Hexa whatsoever. Pero Hexa spotting itong si Zorin.
No way.
Zorin actually down to 1 HP. It's a really bad fight that he took. Oh, yun lang. Top A. It's so safe. Ulo lang ang kita. Actually, kalahati lang ng katawan ang kita dito kay Hexa. Hexa, why?
Oh!
Why? Why? Why to stay top A, man? Nako po. I love you guys, but goddamn, that was not the smartest move galing kay Hexa, pare. 3-0 para sa Sunday Shrooms after a massive mistake.
No, man. No, man. Yun yung tawag natin, masyadong naging patient pare, no? Parang hindi na siya gumalaw kahit saan man niya nagusto. Medyo naging confident na siya. Alam niyang low on HP na din yung kalaban niya. Pero siya na mismo yung nilagay yung sarili sa peligro. What a performance.
Kala na yata umikot ng LA because of the fake footsteps dito ni Zorin. Oh,
nga eh. What a beat.
can't get caught
What a
like
play.
that.
Ayun nga eh. At least, man. Still gonna be a 3-0. Sunday Shrooms starting strong. Again, doon sa kanang GR position. There's still gonna be a smoke coming through doon sa may bridge. At habang hinihintay nila yung papasok doon sa mismong smoke, kaya ang XPT na lang habang doon sa smoke. Zern gonna take that first opening fight yet again. Talagang ang hirap talagang labanan yung mid-side dahil dito sa setup ng Sunday Shrooms so far.
Got up to CA so quick, pare. And yun na nga, Kid from Hell, it's just gonna bounce back all the way back. Grabe, I mean, that mid pressure just to get itong si Leo, that's already a good opening pick. Ephraim spotted dito sa may ST, pero mapapabalik dito si Kid from Hell. Not the best fight to take, but might as well take it with the amount of confidence dito that the team has. But I feel like medyo sadya yata, Kid from Hell wanting to snipe on that top A position para mapagalaw dito si Gerald, as now there's a bit of presence happening dito sa LB. J. Kim in a prime position for a highlight play. Dito sa B-side natin, headshot's gonna go through. That's one, that's two. Inverse spotted as well around the corner, pero Inverse finally getting the trade against dito kay J. Kim. 2 players left para sa XPT, pare.
Terminator na naman, activated pa lang sa unang ng mga set ng rounds natin. J. Kim able to knocked on half of the numbers. XPT now slowly taking themselves back in towards that House B position, possibly to try to contest na agad. Bridge natin all the way towards RS pare habang si Inverse. Hawak na yung bomba sa medyo risky making position na dito. Expected na agad ni J-Vice pero he does lose out the fight. Ram also with another 1v1 pero left si Ephraim in a 1v3 scenario. Wala din sa kanya yung C4 pare. So medyo nagkalayo na bigla yung communication natin from XPT unless he gets the clutch of a lifetime. But 10 seconds, impossible task. He does kill off the secret from hell. But in the end, it is still going to be Sunday Shrooms winning it out 4 rounds in a row.
4-0. Big lead para dito sa Sunday Shrooms. At the same time, something we expected considering yung mapa nga natin dito is Port. So, good defense from the GR side so far. XPT a bit desperate to get the score on the board. Pero Zoren getting itong si Inverse somehow. I think nag-cross yata si Inverse, maybe missing a sniper shot. And unfortunately, para dito kay Inverse, Zoren is on point pagdating sa kanyang M4 and J-Vice looking to flash itong mid, maybe trying to regain mid control para dito kay Kid from Hell to reactivate. Pero tamang hold na muna dito yung Sunday Shrooms. Nothing too complicated, man.
Yeah. Back to the basics we go nga naman, di ba? Para sa kanila so far. Zoren gonna have to pull his leg up right now. Kid from Hell. Does he even need support? He drops from heaven and he kills them off too. Hexa and Kristan talagang nagulat. Galing sa mismong langit si Kid from Hell. At na-strike down siya na double kill doon sa may mid-side. Akala mo makakapasok sila ng GA pare pero talaga nga namang hindi sila binigyan ng opportunity. Jacob with the flank as well. A 1v5 para kay Ephraim na naman. Pero masaspatan lang siya ng isa at maliligwak lang ng ganong kabilis. It's a 5-0. Sunday Shrooms on a hot streak so far.
Yun nga. Sunday Shrooms, fully comfortable dito sa mapa natin. It is looking a bit more pubby galing sa kanila dito. But I think it's fine since they do have this big lead. Kid from L, obviously dito sa mid. Going down from CA. At tinamaan na matulis yung dalawang players natin dito. Pero si Rami una mahuhulog para sa Sunday Shrooms at J-Vice out of nowhere in that long position. Bawas na bawas pa si Inverse. Pero alam ba nila na meron pa tao sa kanilang likod? Leo missing the spray, my man! Nakataligod na yung kalaban mo. Pero di na pa natamaan, unfortunately. Inverse, Kristan, last two left alive. Kid from Hell. And itong si Zoren, pero merong susugal galing sa XPT and he has the C4. Kid from Hell could be the first one dead. Kristan down. Pero Inverse gonna miss that shot actually. No hitting itong si Kid from Hell. Pero Zoren around the corner. Inverse, medyo alam na rin ni Zoren dito that Inverse did go for the full wraparound. Zoren, no way! He's alive! Itong si Inverse. Reload! A bit desperate on that Colt. Finally getting 7 bullets back in the chamber, pare. Zoren looking for the one shot. 11 HP on both members. 23 actually para dito kay Zoren. But he gets a bit too busy trying to get info. XPT, first round on the board finally para sa kanila dito.
Hindi pa na-trust yung 2 bullets na meron siya on the chamber. Pero still, you gotta give credit again para kay Kid from Hell. He really done a really good job sa pag-surprise nila all the way from that mid-side. Pero XPT clawing it back. Especially after the mid-fight was happening. Kristan able to get the first blood in. Kid from Hell down agad na agad. And nakahanap ng sagot. Pero si Zoren nakakuha ng 1-for-1 trade-off. Kristan down as well. Lots of damage done from the wall banks. Prompting them to actually go for the rotate. But J-Vice pulled out and able to get tong si Leo trying to rotate back into sa P-side defense. Still a 3v4. And SS, they're happy to take this, especially na napatay pa nga tong si Hexa.
Feeling ko dumaan lang yata dito si J-Vice to rotate all the way back to A side and he got a bonus headshot gamit ang kanyang Colt Ram getting itong si Ephraim at Inverse na lang natitira. The final XPT member to try and claw this one back in their favor, pare. Pero napakahirap na yan. Ram medyo gumagalaw na dito sa mapa natin. Inverse spotted possibly dito ni Zoren as information is now starting to flow para sa SS. J-Vice looking. Pero hindi niya mahanap na nasa ilalim niya pala lang dito si Inverse as he does get the headshot with the cold graffiti, pare. 6-1 Sunday Shrooms. Pure domination so far dito sa kanilang GR side, pare.
And it's all balanced at the end of the day as well. The riflers really hitting their shots. Jakem, 9 kills, 7 kills on Zoren. Zoren's been on an uptick so far actually. Yung tumatagal yung ating serye, ay talaga naging active na yung player natin dito. Jakem, one shot para one tap! Pinatulog pa nga si Exa! Pinatay pa nga si Leo! tatlong pumasok sa house at 4 silang bumagsak. 1v4 para kay Inverse, pero it's still going to be that one frag for him. Pero so much damage, so many bodies, ang daming nahanap na patay itong si J-Kim.
J-Kim, man. Nako po, Lester Manova. Nag-one tap na dito sa LB. No problem. With the AK-47, 3 bullets, 3 kills. Inverse, last one left alive. Always the sniper dito ng XPT. Stunned at what happened. And if you are Inverse in this situation, pare, do you even want to peek into that B site at the risk of getting your head taken off? Pero grabe, I mean, 3 players on the C4 surrounded. Hindi na nila papalagpasin to. Hindi na nila ibibigay ng libre lang dito kay Inverse. Itong round. Minute left on the clock, pero Inverse gusto nang pumasok as he does get instantly taken down. Doesn't hit the shot even. 7-1 Sunday Shrooms looking for the 8th.
Hindi ko matanggal sa isip ko, man. J-Kim, that was 3 kills, 3 bullets, as you mentioned. But siya lang yung nag-iisa dun sa position na yun, man. Walang ka-double pick, walang kasama. Talagang wala silang nagawa kung hindi bumagsak ng isa-isa. And back into long A, where they're now trying to contest against J-Bice, who does drop himself from top. And now prompting them to rotate back into bridge, Inverse, waiting for the flank. Now playing around the flank watch position as they try to go back, and GA already controlled by Krista. Napatay pa nga ulit tong si Kid from Hell, who really has been expected around that mid side, but Jakem can't say the same for him. It's a 1-for-1 at naging trade-off pa nga sa pag-push nila on House B.
Yeah, J-Kim waiting around the corner, spotting itong si Hexa na nag-cross na papasok ng BR. So they're fully aware na meron ng player na nakapasok ng curve. Inverse around the corner, getting itong si Kim. So they do know where 2 players are in this situation, pare. Ram trying to get the flank going, Zoran getting itong si Leo. Pero meron pang B-site na pwedeng pasukan itong XPT, and I think pa di-discover ni Hexa na walang tao nasa loob. Ephraim, naku po, nagkatikinan sila dito sa ST. Zoran looking for the angle, looking to catch him off guard, pero siya pala yung mamamatay dito. J-Bice the only one left alive in this 1v3, and the tables have turned para dito sa Sunday Shrooms. Now it's their sniper looking to make a 1v3 happen, pare.
Nako, at na-blind pa nga at the worst possible time para kay J-Bice. At least, may konting sagot sa pagtalo, sa pagtapos ng game na to, into the 7-2. Second half now starting, XPT gonna have to climb a mountain para lang makahabol dito sa Sunday Shrooms. Pero it's still possible naman. Comebacks can happen, nakita nga natin kanina, pero this is still the fourth map. Yung map pick ng Xypher Pro Team, so they have something to work on as they now fight with a 5-man setup ng Sunday Shrooms walking into what must be a playground para dito kay Inverse, pero hayaan na lang ng nade na lumaban para sa kanila. Triple nade setup, pinatay pa nga si Leo with a popcorn headshot through yet again from Jakem. The entry is perfect, especially nung sinayawan lang niya si Inverse. Everybody from XPT dropping down like flies. 8-2 para sa Sunday Shrooms, and also 5 people para sa long A.
Inverse may be a bit too fearful in peeking out dito sa LA, pare. That's usually a spot where the snipers do farm their highlights, pero unfortunately, para dito sa top A player, 3 nades later and his head gets taken off. A site has been taken, pare. And the sheer speed of Sunday Shrooms just blasting on through dito sa A site. Medyo na-caught off guard yata yung XPT on that timing. And let us see, Sunday Shrooms looking for another A hit, but a slower one this time. Si Kid from Hell nakakita ng CA. And is gonna try and see if he can distract yung mga A players natin dito. Pero Flash gonna go through. Hexa waiting sa top A. Ephraim around the corner. Hexa spotting ito si Kid from Hell as he gets back into CA. At maghahanap siya ng kill dito sa mid. As he does find itong si Kristan. Hold on. B-side could be possible. Good ninja galing dito kay Kid from Hell. Hindi niya nagulat dito si Ephraim. It's a 2... almost a 2K para sa kanya dito. 2 players low para sa XPT. And it could be another ninja attempt. Si Ram naman gusto umakyat dito sa CA. Leo looking for the opening. Nade's gonna go through. Double nade! Ooh. Ephraim gone! Leo desperadong maghanap ng kill dito sa mid, pero wala na ang Sunday Shrooms. Instead, nasa A site na sila. Nakitaan agad dito si Hexa. Inverse trying to fight back. Leo nandito sa loob ng bodega. Inverse nandito sa BR, second kill for him. Can they cross onto the site in time? J-Bice down to 1 HP. Nakaakit na ka si Inverse. J-Bice with a nice shot despite yung off angle ni Inverse. Leo na lang natitira at alam nilang stuck siya sa bodega pero stuck pa talaga sa dito. J-Vice the only one left alive. Repeak. Wala pala. The wall bang on the M4. What a tense round. Grabe, 1 minute and 45 seconds of pure action, pare.
You're seeing movement coming through dun sa Ninja. You're also seeing some long A trading left and right. Pero it's not gonna be the same case here as Hexa expected tong si Zoren. He does not expect Ram to come from heaven right now. 1 for 1. And they try their best to get themselves to punta doon sa may CA. Pero still, XPT still pretty healthy by the end of it. And they're able to still catch themselves sa kung saan sila nagsimula on their default positions. Sunday Shrooms. Hindi mo masasabi yung same para sa kanila. Talagang they had to crawl through everything para lang maging buhay ang apat para sa kanila dito.
Yeah, a bit low though yung dalawang players ng Sunday Shrooms. Rami, Kid from Hell. HP bars not in their favor, pare. Pero J-Vice looking for the opening dito sa top A. Pero hindi patient muna sila dito. Not much presence sa B-side para sa Sunday Shrooms. I assume na they're saving yung fast B hit for last round. So, sasarado nila na mas maayos. Pero, titignan pa natin if they can pull through. Never mind. They're just gonna mosey on in dito sa B-side. If they can find si Kristan instantly, this B-side is cooked para sa XPT, pare.
Kristan, solo anchoring. Specs sa 1, pero pagkababa niya para mag-util, mapapatay siya agad ng kanungabilis ng Sikit from Hell. TV4 expected now in towards the B-side plant. It's still gonna be a chance para dito sa XPT on the retake. There's an opportunity for the flank coming through, and that's where Ephraim's gonna have to shine, pero waiting out the timing from Leo. And inverse to crawl through the smoke, pero napatay pa nga ng dalawa. It's all up down to Ephraim, pero also expected. At patay pa nga yung flank watch dito. So it will be a 9-3 scoreline. It is set point, series point para sa Sunday Shrooms. A very epic performance dito sa port natin.
Yun lang na paghahalataan dito. Si Kim at si Ram, Shameless, Brightness, Zero players. Kristan, 2K para sa kanya as J. Kim does get a quick trade going. Tap. Not gonna go through para dito kay Kim. Instead, he does get taken down dito kay Hexa. J-Vice at Zoren na lang natitiran. They try to soar on in dito sa B-site very, very quickly. But Hexa peeking out into the sniper ni J-Vice. At gusto nilang i-push yung issue actually dito sa LB. Pero inverse, not seeing si Zoren dito sa gilid. Zoren missing the spray! Not the best shot galing dito kay Zoren, but he gets it anyway. Theo with the deagle. No po, Zoren! Why did you switch to your nade? 9-4, XPT. They are holding on dito sa game natin, but man, some uncharacteristic rookie mistakes galing dito sa SS, pare.
Piniyam nila ako, sabi nila, medyo i-cut natin yung vault by 30 seconds, but inverse, what a shot. Very unfortunate. Napatay pa nga itong si Kid from Hell. That will be their opening pick-off. An attempt from that long A setup, but mukhang na-slow down pa nga yung progress para sa Sunday Shrooms. I feel like at this sort of scenario, I guess na-expect nila that XPD is gonna play the active game now. So baka bumalik sila kung saan sila komportable. That long A setup na attempt nila from Kid from Hell, but it wasn't enough, and they were able to actually get themselves a stable defense on that A-top position.
Let's see how Sunday Shrooms will work their way out of this situation, pare. Pero XPT, yung kanilang depensa, mas nagiging solid as the rounds do go on. Inverse already, 12-11 dito sa game natin. As Zoren will try to look for a position dito sa may Z area natin as he does enter. And bit of mid-control para sa Sunday Shrooms. Not much in terms of taking the side itself. Pero titignan pa natin, J. Kim with the ninja. Actually getting itong si Hexa as makakalagpas sila papunta dito ng B-side. Hold on, choked yung XPT dito but Leo bails them out just in time. J-Vice nag-presence galing sa long. Inverse bulag na bulag sa loob ng site. Nagtatago lang pero nakita ni Zoren ang kanyang ulo, ang kanyang helmet. Dalawa na lang natitira. The U-turn, the detour para sa Sunday Shrooms. At Kristan, Leo, last two left alive to get another round on the board para kumapit pa sila dito. Pero si J-Vice will get that first kill. Kristan spotted sa exit as he does get taken down. It's a 10-4 Sunday Shrooms, a 2-0 sweep.
Just as you expected, man. It is Sunday Shrooms, the Tonda Kids na mismo naglagay ng statement sa ating naging top 3 na baka nakalimutan nila kung sino yung lumalaban dito si Impact. At talaga nga naman nag-announce na presence sila sa ating Impact Summer Season. What a performance from everybody across the board. Si Gerald, si J-Bice na talaga na-expect natin na magiging consistent. Si Kid from Hell na medyo nag-improve na pagdating dun sa second game natin. At si Ram na masasabi natin ay naging stable force para sa kanila. Medyo may konting moments dun si Zoren pero medyo yung kanya naging entry was also what actually got them on the uptake. Pero si Jakim talaga pare, yung pag-hold niya dun sa House B, parang ilang beses natin siya nakikita na siya mismo yung single-handedly nagiging impactful player dun sa House B. What a performance from this guy and everybody across the board from Sunday Shrooms ngayon.
Yeah, it's such a scary thing, no? Pag nakalaban mo si Kim and he has all the momentum on his side kasi he's just gonna start picking you at random times when he wants to. And he's probably gonna win every single time na he's gonna try to peek you, pare. So, a very confident Kim is a very scary Kim, pare, to go up against, no matter kung sino man ang makakalaban na dito. So, you gave him momentum, plus medyo tumulis dito si Kid from Hell. Medyo gumanda yung laruan din dito. Dito ni Ram especially. I think Ram performed really well today, actually. Sobrang... I know medyo na-overshadow siya dito ni Kim at ni Gerald, pare, but I do want to give some flowers dito kay Ram and how well he played, how well he lurked as well. But yeah, overall, just a solid game para sa Sunday Shrooms from first half to second, pare. And kahit nung BL side, wala silang pinalagpas actually. I mean, that relentless push nung first round ng second half up until yun nga, yung tuloy-tuloy na pressure na nakikita natin galing sa kanila, men.
It's not because of nervous as well, diba? Kasi nakikita natin they're also trying. I think we gotta give credit as well to XPT, specifically si Inverse, yung sniper nila. Talagang finding opportunities to get the shots kahit nung mga first bloods nila na nako-convert na mabilisan because of the mid round. I think they tried their best to integrate the system kung saan countered sana yung mga aggressive teams no? You saw that from Reyes 7's performance last week and you also kind of saw that from Sunday Shrooms right now. Pero siguro pag tumagal yung weeks natin dito sa Impact Summer, medyo mahaba pa naman yung tournament baka mas ma-polish nila yung system na to kasi it's an interesting system against a lot of the teams here on Impact who really rely on the Griffin talaga.
Yeah, for sure. I think etong si Kristan and etong si Inverse probably gonna get scouted, no? After, they're not too bad performance up against itong SS. Yung nga, full credit to them for playing well this season ito. And hopefully, ayun nga, no, if by the time na umiikot na kayong next season natin of Impact, yeah, maybe we're gonna find them on one of the higher tier teams dito. Para naman sa XPT, overall, NT para sa kanila dito. I see the effort. Kagaya nga na sinabi mo, I like na hindi sila nag-give up na gumawa ng sarili nilang play dito. No? They really tried to force their own kind of pace dito sa mapa na to, which, granted, hindi ka gumana, no? I still appreciate them not changing, not adjusting, or not playing at the pace that SS wants them to play, pare. Pero by the time na 6-1 na kasi yung score natin dito, man, I think this and every other Crossfire player would probably feel this. It comes to a point na you just know that you're gonna lose dito sa game na to. Nung pag 7-2 na siguro, they're just pushing you relentlessly dito sa long, napapatay na kayo sa BR. It's a hard thing to stop, pare, pagdating dito sa port, especially against a team like SS, man.
Yeah. Sunday Shrooms was really it took a bit of a while kasi medyo nagkaroon ako ng doubt kung magkakaroon sila ng closeout dun sa kanilang naging first set, pero second set, fourth, well, nung nakita ko si Jacob playing around B and anchoring a lot of the times, then I really think all that doubt kind of like crossed my mind na. Wala na talaga. As in, nung nakita natin yung buong game na to, nagkaroon na ng napakamalupitan na performance na ang Sunday Shrooms. No? Let's take a look at yung set summary natin. 2.38 tong si Jacob, pare. Kita mo kung gaano siya kalinis na performer ngayon dito sa part map. I do feel like this is their home. I do feel like any team na maglalaro or magpipick ng port against them, kailangan nila magdalawang isip, pre. Kasi parang it's kind of surprising that it is XPT that actually picked this, but kita mo naman yung naging stats natin for SS, pare.
Yeah, I think knowing si Kim personally, no, he really loves the map of port kasi ang dami talagang pasikot-sikot, dami parkour na pwede mong magawa, and yung characteristic na talaga as a CF player is, sobrang kulit, man. He's a hard target to hit in general, pare, and you add that with yung insane aim na meron siya dito, and it's a very, very deadly combination. But of course, the man's weakness is he gets a bit emotional sometimes lang pare. And you have to cheer him up midway if we are in a losing position. Pero it's a good combo, no? Kasi I really don't perform well dito sa mapa ng port. So it's nice na, Kim does the work for me. Pero ayun nga, J-Pies, you really want to compliment him as well. Etong si Ram with 1.83 and 11 AP. The volume is absolutely crazy. As we take a look at the match result, Black Widow a lot more closer kumpara dito sa port. And di tayo mabot ng sub-base, which would have been very interesting, no? Considering yung style dito ng Sunday Shrooms actually.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think it's a good thing as well. Mamaya kung makikita natin yung team standings kung saan magsa-stand nga ba ang Sunday Shrooms. Pero pagkatapos na siguro yun ng lahat ng mga games natin para lang maging equal ang lahat ng teams natin. I'm sure that it is gonna be a really good result for Sunday Shrooms. We did predict them to say na dapat mag 2-0 ito para mas magiging malinis sila in their place in their top 3. I think top 4, top 3 na sila ngayon because of this performance. That's depending on kung paano magpo-perform ang Vengeance today against Matt Jess, which will be yung second match natin mamaya, and I'm kind of excited for that since maalis ka na ng broadcast, Nikki. I think it's safe to say that this broadcast today has shown a lot of his favorites. As we head on into our match MVP, si Jacob naman ang nagpakitang gilas na ngayon, si Idol na napakainit pagdating doon sa God Box, at kapag nalabas siya doon ay mas mainit siya, lalo na sa House B.
Yun nga, Lester Manova in the flesh pare, bilang match MVP natin, 1.36 kill per round. Crazy stat to have, no? And 2.38 KD, 21 attack points as well, pare. And it's crazy yung volume that he is doing dito sa game natin. So, once again, congratulations to Jacob, claiming his first MVP, I think. I think ikaw yata nagcast ng last, diba? I don't know. Second MVP already para kay Kim. It's a nice to see Kim being a lot more consistent pagdating dito sa Impact, pagdating dito sa CFS in general. Kasi yun yung naging problema ni Kim coming in from last year's stint dito sa XQ, where he is a good player but he's just wildly inconsistent pare. But with this kind of a performance and the fact na back-to-back na pa nagawa na mag-MVP, it's a good direction to go on para sa kanya dito, man.
Yeah. So Port is his territory at talagang any team would fear having to play Port against him. So congratulations sa Sunday Shrooms. Ang mga Tondo kids natin are gonna be happy with taking this 2-0 pakatapos ng second day natin in the second week. And I'm sure that they will have a much better standing pakatapos dito. Pero speaking of standings, mga tropa, Matt Jess versus Vengeance naman ang susunod nating magiging BO3. And since aalis ka sa broadcast, Nikki, any thoughts on this matchup bago tayo dumali sa break natin? 2-0 para kay Nino.
MJ.
Matt Jess. MJ.
2-0 Matt Jess, bro. I love the homies on the other side, pare, but Matt Jess is just too good, pare.
Okay. Very short and sweet nga naman. And
Sorry,
I think it will be a very, very good game pagdating dito. So medyo magpapahinga lang muna natin dito sa broadcast at i-join na tayo ng tropa kong si Salvatore as well. So wag kayong aalis mga kaibigan ng Impact Summer 2025 ang magbabalik after a short break.